YouTube, what the crap's going on? Heir of Carthage back on Total War Attila. We have destroyed Attila the Huns. Sorry, I'm trying to fix the sound on my broadcaster real quick. I kind of adjust it a little bit depending on the game that I'm on. Let's get back into Attila. Here we are. So yeah, we've killed Attila the Hun on the last episode, which is really fantastic. And let's see, that's where we trashed that settlement. There are some Huns left though. I believe that these ones just sacked Savaria. And I've got my armies down here basically just recouping their losses so that we can sweep forward and destroy what's remaining of the Huns. And it looks like we should be recomposed pretty quickly. I've got, 4 full armies here, and then another one not too far away. This one's going to be replenished the fastest. This one's going to need some help recuperating from the wounds that they took. Thinking about, let's see if we can just force march further back there with that army. Looks like food is good, income is good. All that is very good for now, actually. So we're gonna let these, we're gonna let these stacks recuperate first. Let's see, these guys are down to only 19 units. They lost a cavalry guard. I might do the same thing, like try and get back over here into Thracia where I can recoup that cavalry guard. Oh, that's a mercenary hiring. Yep, there we go. I'd like to get the sweet cav back into there. Okay, and let's just kind of see who else is missing units, if anybody. Nope. Well, I've got some fill-in units there, but we'll just have to make it work for now. I could always take that army back down here to Serdica and get some Eastern armored Sagittari. But we're fine for now. Let's just keep the pressure on the Huns. Let's see, this army up here has destroyed the city. Some of you said that I should be friends with the Gauls. I probably could. Kind of depends. Let's take a look at them real quick. So Gaul likes me. They've got a pretty good chunk of territory over here. Let's see what we can do with them.
Good name, be welcome and speak in friendship.
They want trade with me. And maybe let's make... Let's see, they are allied with the Picts. And I am at war with the Picts. This is why I cannot make an alliance with them. So... I could demand that they break their military alliance with the Picts. But I'm going to have to put something on the table. Let's see if I offer them some cashola. Yeah, see, they don't want to break their alliance with the Picts, but there's no reason why I can't trade with them, at least for now. And we'll leave it that way for the time being. They're one of the few factions that doesn't hate me profusely. The Alamans are not feeling particularly angry towards me as well. They do not wish to trade. And that's okay. We'll live without trade. It's not like we're hurting for money anyway. I did finally get this city resettled, which is great. Let's see what else we've got down here. I need to get Berenice rebuilt, and it looks like we are slowly getting there. Once we get some of these other spots rebuilt, we should be in good shape as far as getting it back up and operating. Let's see what's going on down at Butt. Good old Butt. That stinky crack of the Empire. A couple of Hun stacks up here, though. Let's see, is that a navy? No, that's an army. That's an army as well. Though I would assume that these Hun stacks are pretty superior. And I've got my guys moved forward into a position here where they can kind of help fend off the Hun stacks. A little bit of attrition around these mountains we'll have to watch out for, but my guys are retraining at the moment. With Attila being Attila the Dead, we are in pretty good shape. I'd like to kill all the rest of the Hun stacks. Let's see. This army kind of got across the mountains and laid waste to that town where the Jutes were staging attacks against me. And, you know, we're probably good for the time being. Let's just kind of move back over. Let's get some of these army's supported again by that. Let's see. The Picts have some settlements out here we're going to need to get to. And they are friendly to the Gauls. And I'm surprised that the Gauls are liking me at all since I'm feeling unfriendly towards the Picts. But maybe if we get out here and smash a couple of the Pict towns, we can force them into changing their mind about their allegiance. So I'll see what I can do. Verona is quite unhappy for now as well. We'll get that army back there. Someone was saying, hey, if you want to train a fleet, now's the time, because you have a mission to, so appreciate the catch there. Let's see, I think I have a military port. No, I converted all my military ports, I believe, to fishing wharfs. So, at least I'm pretty sure I did. And this would probably be a decent place to have a navy over this direction anyway. What do we got in Geneva? Fishing jetties. See, I need fishing jetties everywhere. Unfortunately, that's going to be the challenge. Well, let's see what we got. Yeah, I lose pretty decent chunks of food for getting rid of the fishing wharfs. But let's go ahead and at Thessalonica, we can go ahead and I'll convert it over to a military jetty. Maybe a little too late to complete our mission, but we'll get it done one way or the other. Let's see. Aqueducts. So I've got this circus. I got the Tabernae. We could go to... Wow, that wine market brings some serious money. I just don't need money. We definitely need food, and the food market, though, causes big public order penalties, but we can probably offset those with the circus, but then the circus eats food. It's kind of a circle of stupidity. But we still go plus a little bit for getting into the food market here. And we get extra public order, but still at the price of food. As we go through these, the only thing that doesn't give me food penalties is just these aqueducts. Could probably build the capital, but I think the capital may use food as well. I don't recall. We'll have to kind of figure it out. I'm going to go ahead and end this turn. I'm not like super bad hurt for food. Not worried about a provincial governor right now either. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not hurting real bad for food, but it could get worse and worse as time goes on. But the more buildings that I build, like jetties and food traders and stuff like that, the more climate proof it will make us, because those buildings are not affected by the climate change. So that's gonna work out better for me. We do need to go knock the Picts out of the lowlands or western, like up against the Atlantic coast there. We need to go knock them out. Looks like the Huns are making some odd moves, chasing off my... I think they went and attacked the Thrungians. Yeah, I mean, they can do whatever they want to this settlement. I'm not really concerned about it. The settlement's not very meaningful to me. And I'm about to punch forward with my regrouped armies and finish the Huns off once and for all. So yeah, they can nuke it if they want. It's just going to save me food and time messing with that settlement anyway. Yeah, so we'll destroy the remaining Hun stacks and make it a goal to chase them down. And then we'll see if we can use my fleet once I get it built to actually take some settlements for us. That would be pretty cool. Why are you running away from the Huns, Abgassi? I want to see you do something about it. Don't be crybabies. We need to go get the African tribes off of the West Romans too. West Romans are a very lucrative puppet state for me at this point. My income is just going to keep getting more insane because I'm not spending all my money, and it's going to build up to redonkulous levels, and the East Romans earn interest on their treasury. So we did have a rebellion at Venetia. That was expected. And I think we got sabotaged or something up here because our army can't really move. That's absolutely annoying.
We hunger for battle.
Why can't I...
Cannot do that. Ready for battle.
Oh, I'm stuck in these guys' radius.
None will escape.
They resettled it right under my nose. And I'm just gonna raise it to the ground again.
Further orders.
So the Roman separatists were destroyed. That's good. Well, why are these guys? West Roman rebels. Ah, okay.
Commander.
So the West Roman rebels are still in my lands, but Attila has a little army nearby, and they may bail me out of that mess. Let's see.
Ready for battle.
My veteran here can rank up, and he's got a lot of skills here. Guerrilla activity. Sabotage walls. That could be handy. I'm going to bring that in. I didn't know they could do that. Sabotage building. Sabotage army. Might not be a bad idea. I need to get one of these armies, and let's go over and pay a visit to the Picts. I'm going to need to get military access from the Gauls, though I don't think they're going to want to give it to me, because I would be using it to get to one of their allies, but we'll see.
You will find me a willing and attentive audience.
I need
for your
military
speech.
access.
Give tongue to your words, and I will answer.
I'm not going to offer it. What? I have to offer it to them? Okay, well, whatever. They granted me military access, and if they turn on me, I will smash them. So I think they'll know what's good for them. Wow, that is a lot of Celtic Axe Band. Like, a whole lot of Celtic Axe Band. I don't think that they would end up doing all that well, though, to be quite frank, these Lanciaria Senioras are kind of pointless units. I should replace them with Legio, but or the Protectores Domestici, either one would be better. Yeah, let's take a few turns and get some better infantry in this army, because the Picts will have decent infantry. That won't hurt anything, I think, to take care of that.
Commander.
Let's see, what do we got here? The commander ranks up. Okay, and then his army has ranked up as well. Increases replenishment and ammunition. Let's go down here. So this army is pretty well recuperated. Actually, they did not. Let's see, the Venetians. Okay, they are not at war with me. And all the Huns are kind of stacked up down here in one big spot, so they do appear to be pretty ripe for destruction, and also ripe in smell, as in their odor is quite foul.
We hunger for battle.
Okay,
Do your duties, men.
let's go out of forced march. We just need to get across the provincial border right here,
At once.
and we can get rid of this mercenary trash cav. And let's actually get rid of the Cataphractari too, because they're not particularly fantastic. Let's get rid of these Lanciarii. Just disband all these units, and let's rebuild this with better units.
Look to the defenses. Come.
Get 4
fight for
Sculli.
Rome. Are you ready to serve Rome?
Couple of armored legio. Get that general upgraded as well. Okay,
Ready for orders.
so we'll be in better shape there.
Commander.
And I think I do want to go ahead and sally out here and attack these Hun stacks that are still in the vicinity if I can reach them. Might as well put some pressure on them.
For death and honor. To battle.
I can't actually reach any of them, which is annoying.
I am yours to command.
I'm going to try and hinder one of their armies.
Destruction and chaos.
We were actually successful, which surprises me. But I'll take what I can get. Let's see, we got the Tabernae here as well, so let's go ahead and drop the food market. Upgrade to the amphitheater. We got the capital, which does use food consumption, but it's not a whole lot of food consumption for what you get out of it. It's pretty good, actually. Some of you wanted me to use Heterea guards as well. You said it takes a level 4 barracks, so before I forget, I should take care of that. I've got a level 4 cavalry compound there. And let's see, I've got that skirmisher barracks. We could probably build it right here. Let's go ahead and build the rally field, and we'll start getting that built up so that I can get Heterea Guard, because that's a good point. It would be very fun to use them here. Okay. That army can't get back till the next turn. Let's see if it's worth chasing the Huns over here.
Hunger for battle.
We might be able to actually get to this guy. He
And
would get reinforced.
honor!
Yeah, he's going to get reinforced by his friends, so let's see what we'd be up against. 3 Chosen Ewers. My problem is I don't have any skirmishers, and they have a buttload of horse archers, and they have onagers. I'd have to sacrifice some of the spearmen. I do have a lot of cavalry, which means that we theoretically should be able to bring down the Chosen Ewers. And they don't really have any Chosen Ewers left here, so I mean, I think we can win this. Let's go ahead and fight them. Don't have a whole lot to lose because we're out away from our settlements, and if we get beat, we can always recuperate. So let's go ahead and fight this. I do have to attack the Huns, but my plan will be to kind of just sacrifice 1 unit to soak up all the onager fire, and then we'll move the Lanciarii Senioras up front to try and draw all their missile fire, and we'll just kind of piecemeal run the Huns out of missiles. And then hopefully I can deal with them with the combination of my cavalry and infantry. Ooh, we should be able to get up higher on the hill too, and that should help out considerably. I've got a ton of Equites Promoti. Not particularly sturdy cav, but I mean, they get the job done. I'll leave this Persian cav to guard my general. They'll have kind of like a... Okay, let's go ahead and move up this hill.
Thomas! Understood. Enemy reinforcements have arrived.
Let's see where the enemy reinforcements. Okay, it's coming in from behind me, so no need to worry about the minimap, which is good because I probably wouldn't pay attention to it anyway. I'd probably just wind up screwing that up.
Melee cavalry.
Melee cavalry, huh? My Lanciarii Senioras have higher thoughts of themselves, apparently.
The enemy approaches. Yes, Commander.
Okay, so there's the 2 mercenary onager. The heavy onager are going to start further back. But let's see if we can go ahead and draw the fire off the mercenary onager. Got some no-cores, devil archers, no-cores. So, I mean, they got some tough cav here. The no-cores cav, though, is not any good against other cavalry, per se. It's going to do better against infantry because I believe it's an axe-wielding cav.
Spears ready.
Yeah, we're gonna take the advantage of the hill away from the Huns,
Thomas!
and then we'll just use the Testudo formation to make up for our lack of missiles, and basically absorb all the Hun missiles. A lot of Hun cavalry on the field. Could be dangerous, but it depends on how they use it. And a few of the Hunnic infantry units will be dangerous as well. Let's make sure that these spears are spread out to maximum thinness. There we go. So that'll minimize the damage that the mercenary onager is going to do to me. And they won't have too many volleys. The heavy onagers are going to push up too, though. They're all coming in winded, so it makes me wonder if the Huns were force marching. They have some negative impacts to their fatigue. The explosive shot off of the heavy onager, or large onager, whatever they call them, is much more effective versus infantry. The mercenary onagers, not so much. Just gonna fast forward and, like I said, try and go ahead and eat up that ammo so that they can't hit anything important like my general or my cavalry, because we're gonna need all of it. Their chosen Ewers are lined up right here. May not hurt me to match up an Equite Promoti, or you know what, we could use the Persian mounted warriors for that task to smash into some chosen Ewers, because we're gonna need plenty of cav on the flanks too. We got lots of dangerous. I think that the heavy onagers are firing their shots now, and they're doing so for maximum range, which is good for me. It's going to minimize their effect, but I mean, you can see they're getting some hits, and when they do, they get some kills because of that explosive shot they're firing. They're getting a pretty fair number of hits too, considering how far away they are. But their ammo will shortly be expended for minimal damage to units that are not of key importance to me really here. Okay, so the large onager gonna be out of the fight at this point, so let's go ahead and hit play. And what we're gonna do is bring our Lanciarii Seniores back over to their flank positions, and it looks like that's going to screw it up. So I want these guys to break up cavalry charges. They will probably die in so doing, but that's okay. Get the Armored Legio. I can assign 3 Equites Promoti to each flank,
Riders, advance!
and I'll keep a couple of cav here in the center. My Equites Promoti are not ranked up or anything else. I mean, you can see that there's a lot of first wave lancers over here, and archers and other stuff. So we've got our work cut out for us cavalry-wise. And my infantry will match favorably, except for against their chosen Ewers.
As you command. Point out.
I'm gonna go ahead and move into archery range of the Huns and let them start to expend their ammunition. They may go ahead and charge with some of their cavalry. They do that sometimes, so we're going to need to be ready to intercept. Yeah, we're going to come into range of their devil archers and horse archers, or they're all horse archers on this side. Okay, go into defensive testudo. I'm gonna actually pull, like I said, all the way forward into archery range. Let's make sure that their overshots don't hit my cavalry. Oh, I don't want to expose a flank like that. Okay, I'm under fire all across the line, but that's actually good. We should be absorbing enemy missiles. Okay. Now we're gonna have to play the waiting game again and ride out the Hunnic missile storm. This will negate the kills that their missile units would get otherwise, which is great because they have a lot of horse archers and bows and could potentially do a lot of damage to my men. These elite spears are actually a pretty tough unit for me to take on. Bosphorian infantry, they've got a sturdy infantry line, and they have a lot of cavalry. Like I said, this is not going to be a super easy match to win here. They've got a lot of first wave lancers and other cav too. A lot of potential dangers for my men here, and I very well could lose this battle. But even if I just cause horrific losses to the Huns, it'll be worthwhile, and I can build up another army before they can cause any real damage. So even if this is just an act of sacrifice, it's going to be alright. Wow, these guys have a lot of ammo. I'm at triple speed right now, and they're just unloading all over me. The Ur archers are running short on ammo. This is one nice ability for the Romans, to be able to soak up all this ammo. The AI is stupid enough to fire it at you. Obviously another player would probably not be so forgiving. They've still got some Hunnic horse archers and devil archers here. So once we soak up these arrows, we may have to move forward and try and draw the arrows out of them too. That devil archer is actually firing. Okay, most of the Ur archers have expelled their ammunition. If anything, if they leave their archers up front, their own archers are going to break the charge of their own Ur warriors, which would be helpful for me, because without the charge, it'll take the Ur warriors a considerable amount more time to defeat my men. Yeah, the Huns are firing away, but they're kind of blobbed up right there. How much time do I have in this? But I've still got plenty of time, so I'm gonna be patient and let this play out. So we've nullified their onagers, we've nullified their archers, and I'm right now just kind of waiting. Their archers are blobbed up, so it's taking longer for them to be dealt with. On the charge, these first wave lancers would be absolutely deadly to my legionaries. My Equites Promoti, though, will match up favorably against their cav for the most part. Just do our best to keep soaking up all this ammo over here. Let's see, so they'll only have one horse archer, but I mean some of their horse archers are capable of getting a lot of kills. Apparently my infantry now think they're melee cavalry as well. Let's move up just a little. Okay, no enemy cavalry making any moves on me just yet. And I am within range of all enemy horse archers. I'm gonna get back into Testudo. Be the same here. Over here I'm not under fire, but may not hurt to go into Testudo just in case the Huns were to charge. So we're gonna finish soaking up some more Hunnic horse archer ammo. It's taking a long time for them to expend it because they're bunched up on top of each other and they can't all fire, so it takes longer for the ammo to be wasted. Fewer men shooting the same number of arrows basically, but I'm gonna wait it out on all of it because that's gonna be a key towards trying to obtain victory. Not a whole lot of time left in the battle, but it is an Attila battle, and we all know that they don't last particularly long once the fighting gets started, but I will keep an eye on that. I don't want to let it get below 15. But all of this ammo they're wasting here could have been hundreds and hundreds of kills for the Huns, and for me to take that away from them is a pretty big blow. More than happy to let them do this. And, you know, this may not be the most exciting thing to watch, but it's a strategy that you all can use in your own campaign, and it works. It's a good way to rob the enemy of some very much needed kills from their missile cavalry, otherwise now making a lot of their cav worthless. This unit is the only one with much ammo left. When I say much, it doesn't have... Still got 7 volleys. Wow, those devil archers come with a lot of ammo. Okay, well, a few volleys of ammo from the devil archers is not really my big concern right now. Let's go ahead and take all my infantry out of Testudo. And I'm going to go into slow motion to do this attack. And it's because I'm going to need to potentially quickly get into a Testudo formation to protect my men from frontal cavalry assault, which is very possible. I'm going to keep my general here in the center, but I want my mercenary Persian cav to help soak up an Ur warrior charge if needed. These first wave lancers are my primary concern. Time to get into defensive Testudo. This is why I wanted to be ready on that defensive testudo. My guys, they may not get braced in time. Fortunately, though, the enemy went into wedge formation, which is a pretty serious mistake. So I'm going to get that first Wave Lancer and do some pretty big damage to it. Looks like my Armored Legio are actually unloading javelins on the Ur archers, which is kind of a waste. The Huns are going to commit another cavalry unit or two to this fight. I'm going to use my spears to try and engage some of their cavalry while I try and finish off these first Wave Lancers. And then I'll just keep my flank secure. None of these horse archers have ammo. I want to tie down some of their melee cav in combat if we can. The first Wave Lancers, Ur warriors, they're throwing the house at me over here. But if they engage me piecemeal like this, it's going to go better for me than it will them. Let's get our Comez up here. I need those archers out of my way, because they're going to block the charge to the enemy Ur, the elite Ur warriors that are going to be present. Okay, their first Wave Lancers are getting torn up pretty bad. Trying to get in here and get away from all my cavalry that's pursuing them. So their first Wave Lancers were badly bloodied right here. That is very good for me. Let's kind of pull up on this flank a little. Just keep an eye on the Chosen Urs. It looks like the Huns are almost kind of just like sacrificing this flank. There is a Chosen Ur over here. Let's keep my spearmen away from that. Let's use our cav a little bit more here. Yeah, all these units are getting wrecked up pretty bad from and not doing a whole lot of damage. Sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and put it into normal speed for a moment. Let's bring our spears back over here. Let's go back into... Those first Wave Lancers are coming in for another round here. Let's try and bring our units into intercept. Over here, they're just kind of dancing around in front of my Armored Legio, which isn't going to do them a whole lot of good. I might see if I can catch those first Wave Lancers real quick with this cavalry unit. I'm going to bring my the enemy bow cavalry is trying to pull through and maybe get to my Comez. These spears are actually doing good. They got into combat without being charged, and they're getting a lot of kills. And my Equites Promoti have done a good job over here as well. I'm going to try and pull them back out of that fight now that I have spears in it. Let's bring our Comez around again. So they're swinging more Nokors cav out to this flank. And my Mercenary Persian cav is going to actually get those first Wave Lancers without them getting a charge. So the Huns are piecemeal engaging me with a lot of their cav, and this is going to go extremely well for me. I'm going to pull these Equites Promoti back and then run a cycle charge onto those Chosen Urs and try and take them out of the fight. All these Hunnic Devil Archers and other units are getting chewed up pretty bad by my Lanciarii Seniores. And if I swing this Comez around, we should be in good shape. Alright, time to run a cycle charge here on the Chosen Urs. We got some archers that kind of regrouped in behind me, but it shouldn't be a terribly big deal. I'm going to run a rear charge here with the Warcry ability. So that ought to strike some good fear into the Hun units here. And let's see, we got a nice cycle charge on those Ur warriors. They are dying in droves. And they've now pulled up spearmen on my Mercenary Persian mounted warriors. We want to get them out of there. Those are some extremely deadly spearmen, and not the kind of engagement that we want to be engaged in for any length of time. My spearmen can now start tearing down the Devil Archers. Now they've got a Chosen Ur warrior coming in over here. This is going to be a potentially dangerous situation for me. I'm going to need to disengage more cavalry to deal with the Ur warriors. I'm going to engage the Nokor cav with my Equites Promoti so that my Comez general can cycle out of here. There's only 2 Chosen Urs left over here. And I'm going to gang up on that elite spearman because, again, the Huns are in the position of defense and they're piecemeal engaging me. And it's turning out to be a very foolish decision for them. It's allowing me to gang up and destroy them in all the ways that benefit me and hurt them. And my main infantry line has an excellent position up here on the hill. Okay, I'm going to charge these Ur warriors because they are not braced. My general is pretty fresh here, so we ought to get a very nice charge on that Ur warrior. There's another chosen Ur there. There's still those 2 chosen Urs that are alive. So yeah, I'm going to destroy that chosen Ur right here. I'm going to take 1 Equite Promoti. I'm going to keep it stationary here. I don't want to stray too close to those Bosphoran infantry and their javelins. I need to get this chosen Ur with the rear charge real quick. And let's get another rear charge lined up. And I'm just going to hold right here with this Equites Promoti to hold that chosen Ur in place. We've got to smash this chosen Ur out of the fight very, very quickly. Let's run a quick charge on these chosen Urs. This is kind of the dangerous part. Got the no course cav there. This fight should go in my favor. The Huns pretty much have no cavalry left on this flank, so I'm going to be able to overwhelm it. Those chosen Urs are still not dead, and if I retreat my Comez general, he'll probably take massive casualties. So I'm going to have to cycle. That charge went really well. I should have pulled out sooner. But we did manage to kill a huge number of the chosen Urs. The key to maximizing these charges is going to be to try and not blob my guys and not stay in there too long. Let's rear charge that one last chosen Ur there and see if we can get rid of him. We've got to get rid of this chosen Ur as quickly as possible. It's going to start getting a considerable number of kills on my Comez. It already is. And now these Bosphorans are going to they're going to help out over here, so this is not good for me. Let's activate this Persian cav over here. Sorry that I'm having to play this in slow motion. I'm just kind of a dunce when it comes to microing properly, so let's see. Let's try and get to those Bosphorans. Oh, no, wait. Chosen Ur's right in your face. Let's bring in, get these guys out of the way. Let's get ready for some rear charges. Yeah, right here. Get into the back of those Chosen Urs. Let's see if we can kill them. They haven't done a significant amount of damage to my general yet, fortunately. My Eastern Armored Legio are reeling a little bit. Ooh, now the whole Hun line is going to activate. Okay, let's keep an eye on the Hun line. I do need to get through here, though, and get into the back of that blob. And then the sooner the better. Looks like we've taken those Urs down to pretty much nothing. Let's get over here and get into the back of this Bosphoran infantry. Those Chosen Urs are pretty dead. That stupid Ur archer is getting in my way. It's going to interrupt my charge, and then now they're activating elite spears. We're going to want to intercept them. There's one more Chosen Ur warrior. We've gotten rid of those. We're going to attack those elite spearmen. Over here, had some good solid rear charges. Let's kind of pull up more infantry. Okay, there we go. Let's pull up that. We need to get in the back of these. Oh crap. Yeah, we had Chosen Urs bearing down on us here. Let's get ready to charge them out of the fight. We got a nice rear charge here too, so we should be able to get rid of the Bosphorans. The Chosen Urs are going to get destroyed by an Equite Promoti charge. If that was a heavy cav, it would have been even better. Definitely going to take some casualties getting out of there though, but I'm going to swing in another heavy charge here. Let's swing around all these cav and finish off the Hun catapults and other units. Oh, we got to get out of that too. Get out of there. Let's just bring in some spearmen to kind of hold up the Chosen Urs. And let's get into the back of all these guys. Sorry, some of you ask me for more close-ups all the time on Attila, and I would love to give you more close-ups. It's just that the battles are so fast on this game that if I give you close-ups, I'm going to get screwed up. Even worse than I typically already do. I'm going to bring my Comez in and try and take out the Steppe Chieftain. And let's get these 2 spear units in here to try and engage the Bosphorans. We got a hold of the enemy chieftain, which is quite good. Let's get everybody into the back of that Ur. I'm going to charge the Bosphorans. Here I might be able to get you a close-up without taking any significant damage. Yep, so there we got a nice rear charge on the Bosphorans. The main fight's breaking up. You can see the Huns spear, like elite spears, all their units are broken now, so we actually managed a pretty decisive defeat of 2 Hun stacks there. So again, sorry I couldn't get you a ton of close-ups, but at least I'm making sure that I win the battle decisively, which is pretty important. Getting a lot of kills with Equites Promote. This one spear unit here cleaned up a lot of cavalry. Very useful. Comez General can pull his weight too. Saw that my Comez got a substantial number of kills. So those 2 Hun stacks are pretty jacked up. I'm going to take on their warriors, and we'll just chase them down and finish them off. So on the next turn I should be able to catch them and finish them. So let's see. Barbarian Kingdoms, integrity when in foreign territory. That'll work, I guess, even though my integrity's probably fine. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode of the East Rome campaign. That's all the time I have for now. So we managed to destroy more Huns, and that's going to be our goal for the next little while. And the Huns will be gone, and then, like I said, we're preparing an invasion into Pict territory here too. With these armies, once I get the right buildings all set up, we'll get some more numeroi or other stuff and go in and hit the Pict territory, and then I'm going to try and get some Heterea guards trained over here as well. So, HeirofCarthage signing off for now. I'll see you on the next episode.